the man involved here admits he didn't buy anything from the Starbucks store. He was in there waiting for a ride using the Wi-Fi. But he says just moments after the employee at that Starbucks denied him a code to the restroom, a non-paying white man walked in and he got the code. Caught on video.
This man right here said he hasn't made a purchase yet.
An ugly confrontation in January at a Torrance Starbucks.
You guys had gave him the code.
The man behind the camera, Brandon Ward, upset because this Starbucks worker wouldn't give him the code for the restroom.
She's like, no, you need to make a purchase. So I'm like, okay. I said, well, I'm going to make a purchase, but can I use the restroom? And she's like, no. All right, this is our policy, and this, I'm telling you no.
The 26-year-old Ward admits he hadn't bought anything, and he was there waiting for his friend to pick him up. But what upset him is that immediately after that, a white man walks in, asks for the restroom code, and was granted it.
I just typed in, I asked for the code.
You asked for the code, and they just gave it to you, right? Before you made a purchase.
That's when Ward confronted the Starbucks employee and was ushered out by a security guard. Ward said he posted the incident back online in January, but that it didn't get any traction. Until this.
Where did they get called for? Because there were two black guys in here.
Two black men arrested in a Philadelphia Starbucks last week because they were waiting in the store for a friend but hadn't bought anything. That incident spurred protest and an apology from Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson.
What happened and the way that incident escalated and the outcome was nothing but reprehensible. And I'm sorry.
But Ward says apologies are useless unless changes are made, that Starbucks needs to treat all their customers equally.
If you have a policy, you should abide by those guidelines for everyone. You can't sit here and segregate things. So you might as well just put on the store with your policy, whites only, at the end.
Now, we reached out to Starbucks corporate offices today twice. We have not heard back from them. Locally, a representative inside the store refused to comment as well. And we should point out that the manager of that Philadelphia store is no longer employed by Starbucks.
Before you made a purchase?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Come on, let's go. Are you done? Are you about to get something?
Well, I was going to get food.
Are you going to get food? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is Weston. And Weston hadn't made a purchase yet, you guys. So I would like Starbucks right here on Redondo, Artesia, and Hawthorne. This man right here said he hasn't made a purchase yet. He's in line to make a purchase. And you guys had gave him the code. Right? Isn't that what you did? No, this is not your business. This is not your business. This is not your business, though. Okay, you may be a store manager, but you're not in charge. I'm not allowed to be in here anymore. Why? You see, they're so mad. Why are they upset with me, Weston? What did I do? I just tried to use the bathroom like you did, and they gave it to you. Is it my skin color? 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 I can use the bathroom, but Weston couldn't. Amen. I feel it may be my skin color. Hey, but this is about to be on social media. It's about to go in the shade room.
Okay, so y'all saw the news clip and you saw the raw footage. I wanted to play the news clip so you can get a bit of an understanding of what pretty much we've already known by now. And then, of course, you saw the raw footage. At first, I wasn't going to play the raw footage, but I said I have to play it because in the news clip, they're going to blur out her face. And I don't even know the chick's name, and I really don't care to know. But if you would like to tell me, you can write it down in the comments. So this guy's name is Brandon Ward, and he went into a Starbucks in a place called Torrance, California, and he wanted to use the restroom, and they denied him the code to get into the restroom because you need a code to use the restroom because they don't. Starbucks is bougie like that. Let's just put it that way. If you've ever been in Starbucks, you know what they mean by that damn code. He said, okay, I'll buy something, and if you give me the code. Still refusing to give him the code. And this white guy walks out. I believe he said his name is Weston. Now, he's very extremely lucky that white guy walked out of that restroom and that white guy did not buy anything as of yet. And that right there pretty much sealed the deal for for that barrister, or that cashier, I should say. She probably was like, oh shit, why did he walk out of the restroom? And why did he have that camera? That's when she knew she got caught. And then, she started becoming combative with him and saying he needs to leave or she's going to have to call security and things of that nature. And if you look at her, you can clearly tell that she's a quote unquote mestizo Hispanic. She's not the ideal white woman that, will probably pull something like this. And they said that his video was actually posted back in January, but it didn't gain any traction until what happened recently in Philly with those two brothers in that Starbucks. And then that's when this one went viral. I'm actually glad this particular one went viral because you had a whole bunch of idiots, the colonizer and their co-colonizer, the coon, who were saying, well, to the men in Philly, if they would have bought something and just followed the policy, then nothing would have happened to them. Now you have this video that surfaced where this guy was denied the code to use the restroom, and a white guy had walked out and he didn't purchase anything, yet he got the code. Then you had them doubling down to come back with the excuse, well, maybe he remembered the code from the last time he was there. See, they have to find any excuse to discredit this black man here and the two black men in Philly. He remembered the code. I would assume that they maybe switch that code maybe weekly or daily. I can't see them using the same exact code all the time. I know if I ran a business like that, I would switch the code up just in case they tried to sneak in and use the restroom without purchasing anything. So I know. At least when I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I don't have to enter a code to use their restroom. Of course, the Dunkin' Donuts I go into is at my job, so I get a discount regardless when I do patronize it. But yeah, I'm actually glad that his video is making his rounds. I wonder what other people are going to come up with besides with them saying that the white guy probably remembered the code. But that's besides the point, because that's breaking policy. The white guy should have purchased something before he was able to enter the restroom. And I think they said that this woman they said the one in Philly was fired. But to be quite honest, I think, they probably just removed her and they're going to put her in another position. And I wonder what the CEO is going to come out and say about this. See, he was afraid that this would happen. And now Starbucks is going to most likely take a hit, but who knows how long that hit's going to last. I can honestly say on my personal end that I don't patronize Starbucks like I used to. I can't remember the last time I went to a Starbucks. But this is something that has to be ongoing forward. And don't fall for any kind of specials that Starbucks is going to most likely kind of try to pull out of their ass like they did with H&M. Talking about we offering 80% off for this, that, and the third. She got upset because she got caught in her own bullshit and that he was putting her on blast. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next one.